Actually, we are going to implement three softwares of Innovament as of now. So, fourth one also I am trying to implement is asset management. So that is separate thing. So first of all,
Using
in
network
maintenance
issues.
management side, I have already supplied the data for spares, right? The spare data is
All right.
around 1796 spare data was provided and it is
All right.
uploaded already. Now, the second module we are going to implement is procurement management as per my screen. In procurement
You're correct.
management, you requested me to send the data. So I have sent two data. One is spare part mapping and equipment mapping. Now,
You're correct.
I am not understanding what is the relation between the first spare data I have sent and the second data I am going to send. How we are going to integrate and make it common, uh, and how to proceed about. I am confused. I don't know.
No, no, no need to worry about it. I'm here to let you know about the logic and process behind this one. Okay, so why it is different from one another. Okay, so in maintenance module, execute the periodical preventive maintenance, and the second part is the breakdown compliance tickets. All right. So for example, you have multiple machines. So for the multiple machines, in a periodical way, you'll be doing the preventive maintenance. That will be called as a schedule. And in case if any machine encountered with an issue, then you'll be raising the ticket and you'll be assigning the service technician who is going to execute that particular ticket. So combined together these two, schedule and breakdown, we will be calling a terminology as a work order. Okay, this one part is different, which will comes under the maintenance management. And also under the maintenance management, the spare part stock management is a vital part. For example, when you are doing a periodical maintenance, if any issue been encountered, then you will need to replace the spare parts in the particular machine. Then the spare part master is being helpful for you. The reason if you go for spare part masters, so you'll be having n number of spare parts. Okay, so what all that you are going to use it for your upcoming work orders. Okay, so that spare part inventory level we have to maintain. In addition to that, this is only for the maintenance module. In addition to that, we had this add-on features like wisdom management as well as the procurement management. So spare parts, you have the master and you are going to utilize it for your work orders. All right. Now, let me come for this procurement management. Procurement management, it is the beginning state, how you are procuring those spare parts. So we are coming to that subject. So in order to do that, spare parts master is the primary one that we need to maintain in our application. Why? Because it is like before and after. So the spare parts is there. What is before? It is called the procurement management. And what is after? Once you receive the spare parts, after call, it is the work order, which means the maintenance software. So these two, it's bridging a gap. We are here. Okay. So the spare parts master, we have this first one. Now, for example, I am the supplier and Arvind is another supplier. Okay. So I am supplying different types of spare parts in the market, and Mr. Arvind is supplying different type of spare parts in the market. But combined together, we two commonly will be supplying few spares. Despite I'm handling many spares, Arvind is handling many spares. In common, we will be supplying XYZ spares in the market. So why we need to map the spares is the reason. Right? Because I'm taking directly in monopoly suppliers, you will be purchasing directly from the suppliers. For example, if any new suppliers you don't know or any new spares that you are going to use it, you will not be knowing the cost of it. So you will be circulating the quotation to three suppliers. You please respond me with your quote. This is the new supplier to me. I'm just going to handle. So for example, I'm quoting 10 rupees. Aravind is quoting 8 rupees. And another XYZ supplier is quoting 15 rupees. So what you'll be doing, you will be doing the comparison of these three. And finally, you will be purchasing from the Aravind, who is giving 8 rupees, right? So for this purpose, we need to map these pairs. We have to map these pair parts or assets to the suppliers. That is the logic main one that we have to keep in our application behavior. This is point number 3. Point number 4. This spare parts mapping and equipment mapping, it's a one-time activity we are just going to create. Whenever we are rising the suppliers, right? So what all the spare parts he is handling. So which will be help us to know I'll be recurring, for example, X spare part, but that supplier is also handling Y spare part. Is it a spare part? Now I'll be able to know not only X, he's also handling Y and Z. In future, if I require Y or Z spare part, then I can approach him. So that is the reason we are mapping the spare parts as well as the equipment to the suppliers. This is the one-time activity we are just going to do, Mr. Dada Sahib. I believe now, are you clear with this? Why we have to map the spare parts to the
Yeah, I
supplier?
understood. Now, whatever spares 1796 earlier we loaded, and
Okay.
now I have the spare parts 4692. So there
All
may
right.
be a duplicacy between the earlier loaded spare part and current spare part list.
Okay. So
So
now you are going to share with us the additional spare parts along with the 1700, correct?
no, this is combined list.
This one is for the procurement management. We no need to do anything.
Yeah,
See.
this is
Yeah.
for procurement management. Now,
Okay.
my point is, I just want to separate this spare codes. For example, capacitor, or maybe this S0161013. This is the spare code, and that is plug 4P. Somewhere the code is also not available. So, is it okay?
So what you're saying, Mr. Sahib, already you have 1700 spare parts in the application, spare part stock management. We have 1700 spare parts. Okay.
Those may be
And
here, I don't know. The same may be duplicated here also. My point
it
is,
must be right. It must be
yeah,
duplicated. It is
yes,
not a
yes.
duplicate. First, I'm maintaining the spare parts master, which means I maintain the spare parts inventory with me. Correct. So I'm having in my Gurgaon warehouse and Delhi warehouse. Correct. So that I already defined it here. Yes,
This one.
this one. The first sheet is the supplier. Okay,
Okay,
the creation of
okay.
the supplier. Second one, you are mapping the spare parts, which means what are all the spare parts the concerned supplier is supplying, which is handling. I told you, right? So, for example, I am the supplier and Mr. Arvind the second supplier. I am handling XYZ, which are in your stock, and Arvind will be handling ZYA. Okay, what all the spares being handled by the supplier, you can map it. But whenever you are mapping any spare part, that should be available in our application master that we are seeing right now in spare parts track. Then only system will be fetching from the master.
Okay, done. So, can we start bulk uploads suppliers?
That one, I think Mr. Arvind will support you. So we have these and we have to change the format. I told you, right? So we have to do some changes.
This whatever numbers which are duplicate, these are the numbers of our procurement manager, because we don't have that mobile number. So we have to provide something. You are saying, right?
Then, yes, yes. If you wanted to provide something, then you can give some other dummy numbers.
Dummy
Or you
numbers.
can get the numbers from the supplier, or you can get from Google if you know,
As
right?
of now,
Whatever
it's
way you can.
difficult for me to get the numbers. So can you just help
Yes,
me? What
you
should
can
I?
provide some duplicate numbers. You can provide the duplicate numbers. So
Can I
because
just
all
put
this
one,
information
two, three,
will.
something like that?
Yes, 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 yes. Please
You
note it
you
down.
want
And
these
if you could
mobile
do the
numbers to
event
be
and
unique, right? First thing. Other is these emails are
yes,
dummy
mobile
emails,
number.
and these are the unique. Sai, I have downloaded this format. I agree
Yes.
with
Now,
this. This is perfect. Okay, I will fill that all supplier. Now spare
okay.
part mapping is same format, whatever I have filled.
Same format here. I'll tell you the B column is the business ID, the supplier ID. All right.
Okay,
Category of the spare part, subcategory of the spare part, and the name of the spare part. The product means name of the spare part that you can provide it here. I'll tell you where it will be. Please go to the application.
and where should be the code of?
No need of. That's what I'm just
Okay,
iterating
in
here.
application I went
Yes, please go to the stock management.
stock
All,
management.
yeah, all the spare parts that you can see it here. Spare part stock. Click edit on any of the spare parts. Click edit. Yeah, you're right. Can you see it here? Down to the spare category. That's a spare name. It is 2050CR RD 205001. This
Spare
is,
name.
yes, you have to copy and you have to paste it.
So you are saying the business ID is supplier name. Supplier name I can just match here.
Supplier ID, supplier ID.
Where supplier ID will appear?
Supplier ID that you can see it in procurement management, not in spare part. This is only for the spare part.
So where the supplier will appear in this? No, nowhere.
No, no, no,
Nowhere, right?
no. Just only the spare part master.
So the category will be which field?
From category, subcategory, and the spare name is of this particular spare parts.
Spare category, subcategory, and spare ID won't be there.
No, spare name.
Spare name. Spare name is the field which is spare name. Okay, okay. These are the fields. Okay. Only
Yes.
these will be loaded. Later on, we can edit this.
Later on part, if you want, we can edit through manually. No issue.